names from now on. What an introduction from Chaos himself. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I'm Eric Hirschberg, lucky enough to be the CEO of Activision Publishing, and lucky enough to work on this incredibly magical franchise we built called Skylanders. Of course, we're here to talk about the next game in the Skylanders franchise, but first, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the Skylanders franchise itself, because Skylanders has become one of those very rare entertainment properties that has captivated imaginations the world over. To put this brand in a little bit of context, I want to share a few numbers that are pretty mind-boggling, especially when you consider the fact that we're talking about a brand that didn't exist just 3 years ago. In the 27 months between when we launched the first Skylanders game and the end of last year, the franchise has sold through more than $2 billion at retail, including 175 million toys. That makes Skylanders the fastest third-party video game property that's ever reached that $2 billion milestone. If you were to look at Skylanders just as a toy line, not even as a video game, but just as an action figure line, in 2013, Skylanders would have been the top-selling action figure line in the world, and it would have outsold the top 3 action figure lines combined. Skylanders was the #1 video game franchise for kids in the US in 2013, and the #3 video game franchise overall in 2013 in the US and Europe combined. And here's my favorite part. The Skylanders franchise has already become one of the top 20 video game franchises in history. So that's something that makes us all incredibly pleased, incredibly proud. And I bring all this up just because, to put it in context, because how we got here as a franchise, I think, is very important to where we're going next. With Skylanders, we didn't just create a franchise, we created an innovation, a new category of play that lives at the intersection of the digital and the physical worlds. And we managed to disrupt 2 industries in the process, both toys and video games. So we feel that disruptive innovation is what got us here, and that disruptive innovation is what will keep us here. Now, usually, disruptive innovations are followed by incremental improvements. And it would have been very easy for us to do that with Skylanders and simply add more characters. But that is not the path we've chosen. Our strategy with Skylanders is simple. We make kids say wow for a living. And when your strategy is making kids say wow, then mere incrementalism isn't enough. Instead, we have strived with each and every release to make kids say wow yet again. We want to get that reaction each and every time. We certainly did it with Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, which introduced the idea of bringing toys to life in a video game. In our next installment, Skylanders Giants, we introduced light core toys that magically pulled energy from the digital world to light up in the physical world without any batteries or physical connection of any kind. In last year's Skylanders Swap Force, we introduced the idea of swappability, where kids could make choices and combinations in the physical world that were then reflected in the digital world. So our ongoing Skylanders strategy is to try to stay in that state of perpetual innovation, to provide our young players with those wow moments each and every time. It's not the easiest road, but we believe that it leads to the highest peak, and that brings us to this year's game. For the last 3 years, we've allowed players to bring their toys to life inside a video game, and this year, we're letting them take them out. We have brought toys to life, and now we're going to try to bring life to toys, where kids can literally pull characters from the game world into the real world. Now, I don't know about you, but when I watch my kids play video games, 2 things happen. One is, while they're playing, they want to just enter into that world. They want to step into the screen. If they could, they would. But also, long after the game's over, their imagination is still being fired by what they saw in the game world, and they always wish they could pull just a little bit of the magic from that world out into our world. And I know I often feel the same way. Well, this year, that's exactly what we're going to do with our 2014 Skylanders game, which we're calling Skylanders Trap Team. Let's get it.
Come on, Madeline. Stop being such a chicken.
it is no fun being frozen. And I'm cold-blooded.
Man, it's been a while, Crocodile. Good to see another one of the Trap Masters back in Skyland.
Yeah, where you guys been?
When Chaos blew up Cloudcracker Prison, the Trap Masters were blown into another dimension. Luckily, some portal masters found me and boomed me back. This is Leo and Magnum.
Do they speak?
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. Kids, we're the Skylanders, and this is Skyland.
It's amazing.
We do have a small villain problem. Hold on, are you saying we haven't caught all the villains yet?
It's tough to trap them without Traptanium crystals. The prison was made of the stuff, but now it's all gone.
Wait, if we were blown into their world, maybe the crystals were too.
Leo, Madeline, we need your help. Look around for colorful crystals. We can use them to trap the villains inside and make them fight for us.
I think I found something. Oh, like this?
Yeah, you found one! It's Wolfgang.
Not good.
Well. Look who we have here. The Trap Losers. We're the Trap Masters, mate. And we're about to teach old dogs some new tricks. Leo, the trap! Put it in the portal! Wait! What's happening?
How'd I get in here? I'll be back in. I'll be good, I swear.
It's okay, Leo. He's one of us now. It feels good to be good.
Now that's a good dog.
Run away?
Run away!
We couldn't have done it without you guys. There, if we only had more traps.
You think this?
Nice.
Who do you trap with this?
Now, when you beat a bad guy, you can capture them in a crystal trap.
Hey, where am I?
Then send them back to fight for you. Over 60 new Skylanders, 40 trappable villains, and one amazing new adventure. Capture evil, unleash good. Skylanders Trap Team. Some toys and consoles sold separately.
There you go. So this may look like any regular old crystal to you, but it's actually made of a very rare, very powerful, and very special material called Traptanium. And it is the only substance in all of Skylands that is capable of imprisoning the baddest of the bad guys. And as you saw in the trailer, kids will not only be able to trap the villains using Traptanium crystals, but they'll also be able to boom the bad guys back into Skylands and turn the bad guys into good guys to fight on your side. So you truly can capture evil and unleash good. But I don't want to steal all the fun. To talk to you about Skylanders Trap Team a little bit more and to show you a live demo, it's my honor to bring to the stage the head of Toys for Bob, Mr. Paul Ritchie. Toys for Bob, as you know, was the original innovator that brought Skylanders to the world. And we're thrilled to have him back at the helm for this year's game. It's also worth noting that Toys for Bob is currently celebrating their 25th anniversary as a studio, a remarkable achievement in this business and very rare in the games world. So please help me welcome the one and only Mr. Paul Ritchie.
Thank you, Eric. It's really great to be here today, especially because Toys for Bob is celebrating its 25th anniversary. So many years of creating fun and video games. And our latest innovation is Skylanders Trap Team. We're going to leap forward once again and redefine the way kids play. But believe it or not, we now live in a world where kids expect all their toys to come to life. So we're dedicated to inventing new ways, new exciting experiences that blend the physical and digital worlds. So in addition to pushing our graphics technology to incredible new heights of detail and beauty, we've challenged ourselves to take the magical innovation of Skylanders further than ever before. We asked, what if we didn't just bring toys to life? What if we could expand the fun, reverse the magic, and start putting life into our toys? So this year, we're not only bringing toys to life, but for the very first time, we're bringing life into the toys. The Portal Master reaches through his portal into Skylands, grabs a digital character, pulls them out, and then captures them in a sparkling crystalline trap. Now, to introduce the Trap Team's innovation, we've created a fun, family-friendly storyline. Chaos, our series villain, well, he's got another master plan. This time, he is going to lead a gang of Skyland's most nefarious villains by breaking them out of the Maximus security prison you've ever heard of, Cloudcracker Prison. Its walls are made of a mystical substance called Traptanium, and this is what keeps the villains trapped there. They're also guarded by a new breed of Skylanders called the Trap Masters, each wielding an enormous weapon made of pure crystalline Traptanium. So Chaos, being Chaos, goes kind of overboard with the jailbreak thing and totally blows the jail completely up, sending both the Trap Masters and shards of Traptanium to Earth, and also releasing the most wanted villains back into Skylanders. So it's up to you, Portal Master, and your Skylanders to go back, track down all those villains. And yes, that includes Chaos, who will, for the very first time, be playable. So, at this point, I would like to have members of our production team, Lou Studdard and Elias Jimenez, give a short demo of the game. Thanks.
Hey everyone, my name is Lou Studdard. That's Elias Jimenez. We're part of the Skylanders production team at Activision, and we couldn't be more excited to show you Skylanders Trap Team. As you just heard from Eric and Paul, the team is actually pushing innovation further than ever before. And so we're going to hop into the demo and show you how kids are going to be able to grab something from the digital world and bring it to life in the physical world. And they're going to do that in their living room and at our fancy podium over there. And so we're going to hop in with a brand new Skylander, a Trap Master, called Snapshot.
Rock and roll!
It is I, the Choppy Mage, and you are still not a Choppy, so I still don't like you. Let's rock! Arise, my Choppy brethren! Choppy, Choppy, Choppy! Still here? How irritating! I suppose I should make this a little tougher. Round 2!
So the team at Toys for Bob is creating a cast of most wanted villains that are very, very unique, all of which have their own personalities, appearance, voice, and as you can see, because of that oversized personality, it actually feeds into how they fight. So Elias here is dodging the flaming shockwaves left behind by the Chompy Mage, who was transformed into a Mega Chompy.
Ow! Ah, that was a Chomp Whoppy! I see the problem now. I'm not using all my